I've been back at Cardiff Station since 9:10 today. My train to Swansea is leaving in about a few minutes' time. It should take 15 minutes to get to Swansea. So Swansea will be the furthest southwest I've ever gone in Wales. Because, I mean, the furthest northwest I ever went was Holyhead, when I got the ferry to Dublin about 10 years ago, and I also went to Bangor for 2 weeks in 2020 when I had to stay there to quarantine after my trip to Serbia. So I'm gonna get a bus up to the cemetery and then get a bus back down. I'm gonna be on a train at like 3 o'clock, and then I'm gonna be on a bus back to London at 5:30 from Cardiff. Just pulling out of Cardiff now. Way to Swansea. So as soon as you walk outside of Swansea Station, you see this blue plaque up here. It says Pete Ham, 1947 to 1975. Surprisingly enough, it's the same age as my mother. Well, the Swansea band, the Ivies, from 62 to 69, with Ron Griff, Mike Gibbon, and Dave Jenkins, and Badfinger, with and then other Badfinger members like Tom Evans, Joey Molland, Mike Gibbons, and Bob Jackson. So Bob came from Coventry, Mike and Pete came from Swansea, and Joey Molland came from Liverpool, and it's in bilingual. Okay, so I'm getting the number 4 bus up north out of Swansea, and I'm gonna have to get like 2 buses to get to the cemetery today with this timing. I can take the number 4 to get to Morriston post office, and then walk to the library, and then I can get a bus to the cemetery. So I just bought a day ticket for £6. I just have to make sure that I get back to Swansea Station by 3 to get my train, and then my bus is to 5:30. So yeah, it says I should get to the cemetery about noon, but I think this schedule right here is a bit like iffy. It's like off. It says you should get on a bus at 11:37, but it's 10:42 now. So once I get to the post office, I could get another bus, or I could walk to it. I mean, it's a nice day. It's not raining, even though I'm sure I did pack my umbrella. Just went past the Swansea football stadium, and the guy's like, "You going to the game today? It's West Brom versus Swansea." It's kind of funny because I used to live a bit near West Bromwich in Birmingham, and I was there many years ago. But this is my first time in Swansea, and actually Swansea used to be in the Premier League, but they were relegated in 2019. Yes, I still haven't been to any football games in this country, even though I've worked a few championship games in 2017 season. Sorry, 2016-2017 season, yes, when I was in Birmingham. But I don't have much time for football today because, well, I have to go visit the Pete Ham Memorial, and then get back to Cardiff, and then get on a bus back to London. Now, where I'm going to today, it's not really the grave of Pete Ham, because he was cremated there, and he had his ashes scattered in the grounds. So basically, they just put a memorial to say, oh yeah, his ashes are scattered here. It's like a big stone monument. But I can't really understand. You know, normally when they bury cremated remains in a hole, yeah, they always put a plaque there. But this isn't like a Golders Green crematorium, where basically there'll be plaques to say Mr. Jones was cremated here, but Mr. Jones's ashes are on the ground, but it's not really his grave. It's just a plaque to say he was cremated here. So I finally made it. Footpath to Morriston Crematorium. this way. So I'm inside the cemetery grounds now, and I'm trying to find where Pete Ham's memorial stone is. It's a curved one, big black marble one, just like here. Find the grave doesn't really give me much details about where it is or what location, so I'm just gonna go by photographic evidence. Okay, normally people have actually came to the cemetery to vlog where Pete Ham's memorial is, and I kind of wish I watched a video before I came here, but I always like to go on my instinct about that. If I search high and low, I will find it eventually. Fortunately, there's no like burial office to say where he is buried and all, because that's normally the first place I'd go. I'd normally go to the office and ask where someone like San Antonio is buried in Putney Vale Cemetery, or where Animal is buried. But from like judging from photographic evidence, I know that he's buried near like hedges, you know. So I just watched a video online, and I know that Pete's memorial is like on the edge of a pathway. So that has given me some hints, and I do remember in the photographs I could see a hedge. There's like a hedge right behind me, so I believe I am getting close. Okay, so there's a side entrance I took over here. That's from the street in front of the footpath. You follow the pathway along here, down to this pathway, and Peter William Ham is buried right here. Swansea born, devoted son of William and Catherine Ham, he loved his family and they cherished him. A compassionate man, a dedicated and loyal friend, known for his smile and wit. He was generous and giving to all. Music meant the world to him. He founded the Ivies in Badfinger, composed No Matter What, Day After Day and Baby Blue, and co-wrote Without You, a timeless classic for the ages, 2 Ivor Novel Awards. In loving tribute to a gentle soul, your daughter Petera and her mother Anne, you will never be forgotten. Peter William Ham, April the 27th, 1947 to April 24th, 1975. It's a bit strange in Wales they go by month, day, year, because that's the American way. But maybe that's how they do it over here. So I'm going to end the vlog on a bit of a positive. I first heard of Badfinger, it was in 2004. I was watching that really crappy reality TV show, Australian Idol, and there was this contestant called Courtney Murphy who performed Badfinger's No Matter What. I think it was for 70s week. And as I'm watching the TV show, my mom is singing along. My mom is actually the same age as Peter Ham, because, you know, this was a type of era my mom lived through, so she knew all of Badfinger's songs. And I knew nothing about Badfinger. I just thought, oh yeah, Courtney Murphy, this guy who I hoped to win Australian Idol, who came third, would be singing Badfinger to get through to the next round. So, looked it up, thought interesting band, came from Wales, but double tragedy with 2 suicides in, what, 7 or 8 years apart. But the interesting thing about No Matter What, it was also covered on a Def Leppard song. So, it's been 50 years since Pete passed on. Please, keep Badfinger alive. Keep the music alive. Okay, I know we live in a really horrible generation full of AI and just garbage. You can make Johnny Cash sing Barbie Girl, or you could probably make Kylie Minogue sing Dream Theater AI. But let's stick to traditional. Keep covering, you know, Without You. Keep covering No Matter What. Keep reminding people of these great songs. I'm Martin the Metalhead. I'm over and out. Now, before I head off to Cardiff to get back home today, I'd like to show you this lovely plaque they have for Pete Ham, Swansea's master of melody. explains about Pete Ham's life, born here, how he was a member of Bad Thing and the Ivies, and also explains his life and death. He was even at the famous 1971 Bangladesh charity concert in New York City, which also had Ringo Starr, Harrison, and even Eric Clapton on drugs, which is what I know. And so it also mentions his daughter Patera was born only a month and a few days after he died, on the 24th of April. So that's because he died the 24th of April and his birthday was the 27th of April, and he's actually the same age as my mother. So when you come to Swansea, you're reminded about Peter Ham once you leave the train station.